Most insurance agents don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never decide on what type of agency that they are building. They lose focus by chasing everything. If you watch my last video on vision and mission, this is the next step because vision without focus turns into confusion. What's going on, everybody? This is Ortez. And if you're serious about scaling and growing your business, come to the right place. And we're going to have this serious conversation that is critical to your success. In my last video, we talked about how your vision and your mission is your foundation to your agency. But today, we're going to talk about execution. Because once you know why you are building the agency, then the next question you have to ask yourself, what type of agency am I building? And are you focused enough to build that type of agency? I've been in this business long enough to see many agents burn out, quit, or plateau. Not because they wasn't working hard, but because they were unfocused. So why focus matters when building an agency? Focus is not about doing less work. Focus is about doing the right type of work. Early on in my career, I made the same mistakes as many other agents. I was trying to sell everything, work in every market, and partner up with everyone. Basically, I was all over the place. Consequence of that was inconsistent income, no systems, and no clear agency identity. Once I narrowed my focus, then everything began to change. My message, my recruiting, and my training all became consistent, as well as my income. So today I want to talk to you about 3 types of agencies and help you decide which best one aligns with your vision. Now, when I got recruited into this business, I had some people to tell me to go captive. That was the best decision. I had some people to tell me to be an independent agent because that was the best route to go. And I had some people to tell me to specialize in the particular market or group of people. That was the best way to go. To be honest with you, it's really no right or wrong way. I know individuals that are successful as captive agents, as independent agents, and as agents who specialize in a particular market. What it really boils down to, which one of these type of agencies really align with your vision. So let's take a look at the first type of agency, which is an independent insurance agency. Now, independent insurance agency gives you options, flexibility, and customization. You could work with multiple carriers. You could design your own systems. You could build something to look like exactly how you want it to look. But here's some real talk. With independence comes complexity, less hand-holding, more responsibility. Your income can be volatile, especially if you don't have any structure. But you may want to choose independence if you value ownership, scalability, and long-term growth. But independence only works if you are disciplined and focused. If you are easily distracted, then independence will expose that. Now let's take a look at a captive agency. A captive agency offers system, structure, training, and support. Unlike an independent agency where you may have to develop all those things. For some people, this is the perfect starting point when you are a newly licensed agent. This was my starting point when I first received my insurance license back in August of 1999. You're not building everything from scratch like an independent agency. You are plugging into something that's already proven. But there are some downsides when you are building a captive insurance agency. You have limited product options, whereas in an independent agency, you have multiple options. You have a potential for bias. One size fits all, which is not true. You could find yourself being less competitive and limited flexibility. Captive insurance agencies could be very powerful if they align with your vision and your mission. But if your vision is freedom, customization, and expansion into other markets, a captive agency could feel kind of restrictive. Now let's take a look at the third type of agency, which is a specialty agency. A specialty agency focuses on one niche market and becomes elite at it. For example, you may focus on doing only final expense or Medicare or IUL products. Specializing in a niche market is to provide expertise, your reputation, and to provide clarity. You actually build a brand that is clear. Your training becomes simple, your marketing becomes sharper, but the downside is limited diversification and market dependency. So let me give you an example. When the housing industry was booming, it was a perfect time to be in mortgage protection, basically providing term life insurance in the event of the untimely death of the homeowner. It would pay off the mortgage. That's what you would consider a niche market. But when the bottom fell out of the housing industry, the bottom also failed out agents who were selling mortgage protection because it was based on market dependency. So that could be a downside of you specializing in a particular niche or certain group of people. I told you I was going to talk to you about the 3 types of agencies, but I'm going to throw another one in as an extra bonus, and that's a hybrid agency. And that's the type of agency that I currently run right now. Basically, it's taking the top best characteristics out of all 3 agencies and combining it as one. So let me give you an example. So the best characteristic from an independent insurance agency is the flexibility. In business, you do need some type of flexibility due to market conditions. Not only that, business has changed over the time. The way I sold insurance 20 years ago is totally different in how you sell insurance today. So you need some type of flexibility in order to grow. Now, from the captive perspective, it's the systems, the structure, the training, and support, which is something that every individual needs if you want to build a successful agency. And last but not least, the specialty agency is focusing on a niche market, which in my opinion is the fastest way to grow a business. So if you take the flexibility of an independent agency, from a captive agency, you take the systems, the structure, the training and support. And from a specialty agency, you focus on a niche market. I believe that you could build a well-rounded agency that would align with your vision. That's how real agencies are built. So if this video has helped you, here's what I would like for you to do. Number 1, comment below and let me know what type of agency that you are planning to build. Number 2, subscribe to the channel if you are serious about building your agency. And number 3, watch the previous video that I did on vision and mission, if you haven't already done so. And if you're looking for guidance, structure, and mentorship, click on the link to check out our agency opportunity. I'll see you on the next video.